100 days of making comics, day 41. Can you believe it? And what you are watching right now is me in 2015. I just stumbled because I threw my videos in the wrong folder. I stumbled upon myself playing video games in 2015, January, and how far we've come. Yeah, dude, that hurts. Being hooked on coffee and geometry balls. Collector's geoms. Oh! If there's one thing I'm quite proud of, however much I enjoy technology. Yeah, it's game over, man. However much I enjoy technology and I still love video games, I have finally broken the hold it has on my life, on my lifestyle. You know, the amount of money I spend, the amount of time invested, it has finally come to an end. I actually saw that Batman game, Arkham Knight, for like £20 on sale. And I'm like, oh my god, £20 for Arkham Knight. But I have no time. I can't play it. But it's actually only £20. The game came out like 6 months ago, and I used to gobble up everything on day one. Now, all I seem to do is spend time on making comics, work, well, way too much on work, and drinking coffee. Cold coffee. Ooh. Oh, I feel that burn. So yes, day 41 is here. As you can see right here, that's what you got to see yesterday. For today's video, it's a long one. Again, I'm gonna spend some time uploading this. But I had more fun drawing more scenes late last night, and I did the same this morning. These are various scenes I fleshed out in my mind, in writing, in my little book over here. In case you're wondering what this is all about, this video, a quick recap may be in order. There is a 100 days of making comics that has turned into making art, and I even saw a 100 days of practical jokes floating by the other day on YouTube. Inspired by Kevin Cross, we all got started and devoted half an hour to an hour a day, every day, keeping ourselves what do you call it? Responsible? No. Accountable. That's it. Accountable by posting videos every day. My daily uploads have definitely fallen behind a little bit in the last month because the month of December is the busiest month in retail and restaurants, and that's when I have to put in the most hours. But January is here, and I got a little promotion, so that means more hours. But it doesn't matter because it's half an hour and an hour a day. And so on days like today, Sunday, when I'm really just burnt out and I just want to lay in bed, I really have no excuse but to put together one of these little videos. And by little videos, I mean little sketches. And these sketches are really just anything goes. Just get it out 10 minutes at a time, sketch a scene, flesh out that comic book, because I really feel, in comparison to some other people who are doing the 100 days of making comics, I'm kind of falling behind. Dude, what? Your hand is cramping up? Tough. Rip it up. Keep going. I've fallen behind a little bit, and I really want to catch up, and I've had a lot of thought in the last week about style and speed and deadline, and there is an awful lot in comic books, I've come to conclude again, which is really just about hitting your deadlines, and that is why things look the way they look. It's not just, well, this looks pretty, or this is how I want to draw, or this is my technical skill. It's also an awful lot of, like, I'm trying to get this out, like, I'm trying to get this story out, and, you know, like today, see it later on. I didn't make a video. I will insert it later. Today I made a drawing and I drew hair in a particular way, kind of manga-esque. And I was like, I'm doing this. I'm doing it this way because I have to finish drawing this picture. You know, that's kind of what I mean, if that makes sense. So yes, my story is very much in the vein of a monster movie. It originally started as a superhero creation a long time ago that I've never shown you, I just realized. And it was a suit of armor for a guy beating up bad guys in a city, able to roam freely between the skyscrapers and all that. Fun stuff. And for some time, I really had fun daydreaming about how he got that armor, what it is made of. And I basically started backtracking. I started working in reverse. Like, I had a cool picture, a cool design of a superhero, and then I was like, yeah, but how does this work? How does this suit of armor work? How did he get it? What does that mean? How does that make him different from other superheroes? You know? And this year, in 2015, as I went from playing video games to devoting an awful lot of time drawing portraits because that's what I enjoy most. At some point, I too got that bug of inspiration from an awful lot of artists who I was watching online on YouTube, and who were all doing this 100-day challenge, and I decided to jump in. But I jumped in from a point of inspiration rather than, oh yeah, I've totally got something going. And so now I'm busy catching up, drawing faster and faster and faster. And what I concluded was that the story I want to tell is very much in the vein of Alien, or The Thing, whose remake I watched recently. It's very much in the vein of an installation, secret installation of some sort is found where projects were going on to make some kind of biomechanical weapon that got loose, and the finders find the aftermath and accidentally awaken this creature, if you will, that then, of course, starts killing all of them. And so my setting is very much a science fiction setting. It's not in Antarctica like The Thing. It's not in outer space like Alien. It's in a science fiction city, undisclosed location. And the monster, which will ultimately become the suit of armor as originally intended, I envisioned being found in pieces or different prototypes that slowly manage to latch on to host and take over parts of their body to help them find the other parts to put them, their AI sentience back together again, if you will. And the horror that ensues is very much as is appropriate for the genre. A group of friends, a group of co-workers, treasure hunters, if you will, being turned against each other by their own greed, and then finding themselves being picked off one by one as they argue while this thing is trying to get out. And who will survive? How's that for a recap? That was like a 9-minute recap. I probably rambled a little bit too much. If there's one thing, no, if there's something that my videos could definitely do with, which Kevin Cross is very good at, and Ox just started doing again with his new video series, is recaps instead of just putting out another video. So I guess day 41 is really my attempt of coming up with some kind of spiel or introduction for new people who watch this not to feel the need to start from the beginning and just to kind of jump on wherever, and then if they want to, they can watch older videos like I'm doing with Mike Emirates and Gazbot and some of the other people. Circworks also has great videos out from his 100 days of making comics. So next scene. Check out this scene I'm drawing. This is the doctor inspecting one of the kids who has fallen victim to one of the appendages latching onto his arm. I imagine these worm-like, spaghetti-like creatures to have very limited intelligence, and because they're like pieces of armor, muscles overlaying your body, sending out signals to take it over. But for what? That is what the mystery is all about. Yeah, that's it. Lots of shadow. You go. You got this. Where was I? It's weird watching yourself draw. So yes. I was gonna draw this in SketchUp, but I only have 10 minutes left. And I have to go back to work. So maybe tomorrow night. Who knows? I got enough time to finish up this video properly. Oh my god. Alright, so let's talk about the appendages. So the appendages very much take over people's bodies. This is where the horror comes in, because unlike your usual zombies that are deceased and diseased people falling to pieces, marching ever onwards to get others to join their ranks, there's some similarities here with zombies, but these people are fully aware of what's happening, but they can't stop themselves. The more of these appendages are found and reanimated and latch onto them, the more they become under the control of a growing intelligence that was built for survival, that was built for war, and that is now very much reassembling itself. And its original mission and what that original mission is of course something that is slowly going to be uncovered by the protagonists, who are all squabbling about what to do, and who have different motives. I thought one of the more interesting motives would be, besides greed or fame of the treasure hunter variety, or money of the corporation variety, I thought it would be interesting if the part of the labor force who are kids, if they would be willing to join the cause. So I'd like there to be some kind of mutiny or rebel faction within the labor force, where they're kind of going like we need to get the hell out of here. We're just being abused. What are we getting out of this? And so their motivation is kind of like, oh, look at this secret base. Like, we could totally run off and they couldn't find us. They would not be able to find us, or would they? We could totally make this our home. Very quickly, this is something I just drew this Sunday, day 41 of 100 Days of Making Comics. and it is showing off what the appendages latched onto his body are doing, taking control of his arm, knocking someone out. The horror. The first clue. I quite like this scene. I'm a bit... As I was saying, in the scenes I've just been drawing, they are the ones who come across the appendages first, and so sensing mutual interests, it could, like, I'm kind of envisioning like this sentience putting itself together again, and the way it works. It could totally enlist their aid and have the rebel faction join it, and splitting our heroes up into smaller groups ever further, if that makes sense. I know I'm rambling, but if it's just going to be a time lapse, I would be bored watching this. So this next drawing is one of my kids taken over by the appendages, murdering one of his friends. Fun stuff. And not being able to do anything about it, as our monster, or monsters, will not let anyone or anything get in its ways, which is very much something I always feel set aside the monster in Alien, as it was described as this amoral survival machine that was very much meant as a weapon of some sorts, meant to be unleashed on Earth, if Prometheus is your thing. So yes, I guess besides recap videos, I kind of have to get into the swing of delivering commentary on my own videos, watching them afterwards, without getting too narcissistic and just staring at it like, what are you doing? Then, oh yeah, right, yes, very interesting, maybe not. So yeah, horrific scene, friends killing friends under the influence, and I will stop watching because this is not helping at all. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Let me know what you think of where the story is going. Yesterday I asked how people would feel about a real-time drawing session for like 10 minutes, if that would be something they would be interested in, or if a 2 times sped up time-lapse is fine for watching along. Thanks for watching. I will see you guys on a Monday night when I continue my adventure, and we'll get started on my next page and put all these little scenes together and all the dialogue I've been writing. So I hope you'll tune in again. I'll see you then. Ciao.